Alright, hello and welcome to PMCLounge.com. My name is Shoaib. I am the voice behind all the videos that you see on the PMCLounge.com website as well as this YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/PMCLounge. Have you subscribed to us yet, by the way? If not, subscribe to us, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video. We are all about project management, the project management industry, the PMP certification. If you're a PMP aspirant, right, we are the most must subscribe YouTube channel out there, right? So for you, hit the subscribe button right now. Now, this video today, we are talking about some of the drawbacks of the PMBOK guide, and this is from a personal point of view. This is what I feel that the PMBOK guide lacks. Earlier, some time back, I did make a video about the top 5 reasons why you should avoid the PMP certification, why you should not get yourself the PMP certification, the cons of PMP certification. Now, this video is about the cons, the drawbacks of the PMBOK guide. But let me clarify it here, and I clarified it in that video as well, but some people thought it the other way around. I'll share the link to that video in the description below, the cons of PMP. Let me clarify it here that I am a pro PMP person. I'm a pro PMBOK guide person. So if you want to get yourself the PMP certification, if you want to learn about project management, PMBOK guide is a must have, right? So that's where I come from. I'm a pro PMP, pro PMBOK guide person. Just like in the previous video where I talked about the cons of PMP, in this video I talk about the drawbacks of the PMBOK guide. But this is just to give you an alternate view, right? PMBOK guide does say that the content in the PMBOK guide, right? Whatever that you read in the PMBOK guide, that is applicable to most of the projects most of the time, right? So that's a disclaimer of sorts. You need to understand that not every single project available out there in the world, not every single project that is being delivered out there will follow all the processes, will follow everything that there is in the PMBOK guide, right? So PMBOK guide is something which will be applicable to most projects most of the time. Of course, if they follow the Prince2, if they follow Agile, something like that, maybe PMBOK guide will be of no use there, right? But even for projects that follow the waterfall model, that follow the traditional approach, PMBOK guide, the stuff in the PMBOK guide will be applicable to most of the projects most of the time. It is trying to integrate Agile. Like I said, it is the best, one of the best, if not the best, project management related book available out there. So that's where I stand with the PMBOK guide. Let's talk about some of the drawbacks now. Drawback number 1 is that PMBOK guide is very plan driven, right? Its approach to project management is very traditional. It's plan driven. It's something wherein you have to plan for every single thing, right? Everything that you need to do, right? Just check out the project management plan and the sub plans that you have in the project management plan, right? It's tremendous planning, right? It's a lot of planning, and that's how traditionally projects were delivered. Not anymore, right? Different industries and different projects have different needs of project delivery, and that is why the traditional approach might not always be correct. It also bogs down when it comes to creativity and innovation, right? Let's say you don't want to do procurement planning because the procurement involved in your project is negligible. It's a $25 procurement that you need to do for your entire project. Well, that's possible, right? That's possible. Everything that you need for your project is available in-house. You don't have to procure anything except for a $25 cable that you need to procure for your project. As per PMBOK guide, following all the processes, you must create a procurement management plan. That's, I feel, is a waste of time, right? So like I said, it's very plan driven. It's everything is basically planned, and I feel it hampers creativity. It hampers innovation. That's what I feel. Of course, if you feel otherwise, do comment, let me know. Drawback number 2, I feel, is that the processes, the stuff in the PMBOK guide doesn't apply to small projects. If you're working on a small $5,000 project, making all these plans is an overkill of sorts. That's what I feel. Drawback number 3 is that although the PMBOK guide, the stuff in the PMBOK guide is independent of industries, right? So PMBOK guide doesn't dictate that these processes are applicable to a certain industry, right? But still, it is not suitable for a change-driven environment, right? So what I'm trying to say here is it is suitable for building let's say a 10-story building, right? If you're constructing a 10-story building, following all the processes of the PMBOK guide, there's nothing like it. You'll enjoy it, you'll love it, you'll feel how everything has a process, you'll feel how everything is so systematic. When we are talking about construction of a building, right? When we are talking about constructing a building, it is already with you. You have already planned it. It's with you on a piece of paper, right? The elevation of the building is right there in your hand. You have planned it. But when it comes to, let's say, creating a website, you might not have that elevation of the website with you, right? Requirements may change as you go on. And, we just talked about change management in some of our previous videos and how every small change needs to go through the entire change management process, the entire change management cycle. So I feel, although the stuff in PMBOK guide is industry independent, it might not be suitable for certain industries where the projects need to be change driven rather than plan driven. The final drawback that I feel about PMBOK guide is something that I keep hearing from other folks as well, that it is very theory heavy. It has a lot of theory, a lot of text, blobs of text available, right? Well, that's true. That's true of sorts, right? It talks about a lot of, it has a lot of theoretical knowledge to it. The PMBOK guide, right? The PMBOK guide, it contains a lot of text. And I think somewhere it lacks giving real life examples, right? So if you want to learn driving and you read everything that there is about driving, will you become a good driver? Well, you'll become a good driver only when you execute, when you go out and actually drive, right? So although there's no book out there that can teach you execution, right? That's why experience is important. That's why execution is important. Theory alone cannot make you a great project manager. But then I feel specific to PMBOK guide, this book doesn't have a lot of real life examples, right? It doesn't have real life examples of risk management, how you manage risks on your real life project. That's something that I feel PMBOK guide, lacks. So those were some of the drawbacks that I feel with the PMBOK guide. What is your opinion on the PMBOK guide? Do you differ with some of the points that I suggested? So do drop them in the comment. We can definitely have a good discussion around it. But again, I'd like to repeat, I'm a pro PMBOK guide person. If you're someone who wants to learn project management, if you're someone who is looking to clear the PMP exam, go ahead, buy the PMBOK guide. That should be your first book to buy if you're preparing for the PMP exam. And if you want more information, if you want to learn more, then go ahead, buy a reference book as well. RITA MULCAHY is something I definitely suggest that you buy. So that's all that I had in this video. Hope you liked the video. Hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Check us out on our social media. PMC Lounge is our handle on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to check out the website PMCLounge.com, your #1 free resource for PMP and other project management certifications, as well as project management industry information. Thank you.